On Asylum, the zombies roam around thinking they are the kings of this land, but no, I am. For not only have I killed more of them than I care to remember, but I also escaped with my life. And it was easy to do. I simply had to build up enough points to venture to the 3 different locations where the parts to repair my escape chopper were hiding. I needed a main rotor, the back rotor, and of course some fuel. But to attain them, I had to be prepared. I started off by making trains around the starting area, and making sure to keep an eye on where these glorified bags of compost were rising from, so as not to trip on their damaged heads as they emerged from the soil. At the end of round 3, I bought the first door into the asylum. Although it can be done at any round, I recommend that you attain the 1000 points needed to open the door with an excess of at least near 500 points. Remember, if you have the time, you can always collect 25 points from under the Persicola machines. At the end of round 4, I re-entered the building, and although the mystery box was glowing with all its promise, I found it better to ensure the certainty of success by walking around the corner to pick up the PPSH. This way, there was no chance of me getting the raw deal. Ensure you have 2000 points before you try to make this purchase. From here, I re-entered the courtyard to run some rounds and collect more points for my journey. If any of you pansies were to go down during your struggle for funds, remember quick revive only costs 500 points on solo, and in this map is unlimited. Remember to collect any drops you can on these rounds, other than the nuke of course. Even an insta-kill is useful in dispatching the boss zombies. At the beginning of round 5, I bought the first 2 doors into the section of the asylum I needed to venture to. At the end of round 6, I created a crawler so I could venture to the power room in the first part undisturbed. After following this path, I collected the back rotor. I then purchased the door to the power switch. Any perk bottles collected before the power was activated will become active and will remain that way until a time in which you are downed. From this point, I bought the barrier between the courtyard and the large building off to the back. This is the area where I train for the rest of the time. After point building through this round, I purchased Juggernog. To accomplish this task, no more perks will be needed, but you should feel free to purchase any if it helps your performance. Upon round 8, I entered the large building to pick up the main rotor for my Huey. I also decided to purchase a weapon from the box, as my initial handgun was becoming too weak and it was in dire need of replacement. Fortunately, I received a good gun. However, you may not be so lucky should you attempt this yourself, be warned. I used this training spot up until round 11. On this round I collected the last part of the helicopter on the 2nd floor just outside the Pack-a-Punch machine room. I then went in and Pack-a-Punched my weapon that I attained from the box. Do not upgrade the PPSH during this objective. If done right, it will all be over by round 20. After the upgrade, I returned to my spots after opening up multiple areas of the map to continue to make these freaks go down harder than a Glasgow prostitute on a Friday night. From this point on, I did nothing but train and round up the 40,000 cash needed to enter the landing zone of the chopper. I made occasional stops at the end of rounds to buy ammunition for the PP, but other than that, the rounds moved on smoothly. At the end of round 18, I had enough money to open the door, so I saved the boss zombie and ran him to the location. I bought the door and restored my ride out. This was a tutorial on how to escape as I did. Heed my words, and you can accomplish this as I have.